If you are someone who suffers from anxiety, then chances are you have experienced all the negative effects it can bring upon a person. The good news is there are simple things you can do to help regain control of your life. Here are 6 ways to help you reclaim your life and conquer anxiety. No one. What does anxiety feel like? There is no one answer to this question as everyone experiences anxiety differently. However, there are some common symptoms to look out for. Firstly, your heart may race when you're anxious. This is because anxiety triggers the fight or flight response, which is a survival mechanism that prepares your body to either fight off the perceived threat or run away from it. Your heartbeat starts to race as more blood is pumped to your muscles for either fight or flight. You may also experience muscle tension when you are anxious. This is because your body is tense and ready to fight or flight. This can cause you to feel restless and agitated, and it can make it difficult to relax. If you find yourself constantly feeling on edge, it may be a sign of anxiety. You may experience a shortness of breath. This is another way anxiety can manifest itself. Anxiety can also affect your sleep. You may find yourself tossing and turning at night, unable to get a good night's sleep. This can be due to the fight or flight response, making it difficult to relax and fall asleep. It can also be due to worry and overthinking, which can keep your mind racing at night. In addition, anxiety can affect your digestion. You may experience symptoms such as an upset stomach, constipation, or diarrhea when you are feeling anxious. This is because the fight or flight response can cause your body to shut down non-essential functions in order to focus on more vital functions. Finally, another symptom of anxiety is feeling overwhelmed. This is because anxiety can make it difficult to focus and make decisions. You may feel like you have too much on your plate and not enough time to do it all. This can lead to feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. It is important to remember that everyone experiences anxiety differently and not everyone will have all of these symptoms. However, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms and they are interfering with your daily life, then it is important to seek professional help to gain a deeper understanding of anxiety. To overcome anything, you need to first understand it. Take some time to learn about anxiety and how it affects you. This will help you to become more aware of your triggers and warning signs so you can better manage your anxiety. There are various types of anxiety disorders, so it is important to figure out which type you are dealing with before finding the right treatment for you. Some of the most common ones include generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and phobias. Each of these disorders has unique symptoms and can require different treatments. It's also important to understand the root causes of your anxiety. This can be difficult, but it is important to identify the sources of your stress and worry so you can develop strategies to cope with them. Consider keeping a journal to track your anxiety levels and any patterns you may notice. This can help you to better understand your anxiety and identify triggers and warning signs. 3. Identify your triggers. Triggers are things that set off our anxiety. They can be people, places, things, or situations that bring back a memory of a previous traumatic event. Triggers can vary from person to person, but some common triggers include public speaking, social situations, and being in crowds. Once you have identified your triggers, it is important to develop coping mechanisms to deal with them. This could include deep breathing exercises, mindfulness meditation, or positive self-talk. It is also important to gradually expose yourself to your triggers in a safe environment. This can help you to desensitize yourself to them over time. 4. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. When we feel anxious, we often turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as overeating, drinking alcohol, or withdrawing socially. These behaviors can provide temporary relief, but they can ultimately make anxiety worse. That's why it's important to develop healthy coping mechanisms. Exercise is a great way to reduce anxiety. When we exercise, our bodies release endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Exercise can also help to reduce muscle tension and promote relaxation, so it's important to incorporate regular physical activity into your routine. Another healthy coping mechanism is getting enough sleep. Sleep helps to restore our bodies and minds, and it's essential for our overall well-being. When we don't get enough sleep, we are more likely to feel anxious and on edge, so aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Connecting with others is another important way To cope with anxiety, social support can help us to feel less alone and more able to cope with difficult situations. Make an effort to stay connected with friends and family. Don't be afraid to reach out for help when needed. 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are two practices that have been shown to be effective in reducing anxiety. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment and accepting it. Without judgment, meditation is a practice that helps us to focus our attention and calm our minds. Both practices can help us to become more aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment, which can help us to better manage our anxiety. There are many different ways to practice mindfulness and meditation. One simple way to start practicing mindfulness is by focusing on your breath. Pay attention to the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. This can help you to become more aware of the present moment and let go of anxious thoughts. Meditation is another great way to reduce anxiety. There are many different types of meditation, so find one that works best for you. One popular type of meditation is guided meditation. This involves listening to a recording that guides you through a series of visualizations or affirmations. Guided meditations can be found online or through apps. 6. Don't be afraid to seek professional help. It can be difficult to open up to someone about our anxiety, but doing so can be incredibly helpful. Therapy provides a safe space for us to explore our thoughts and feelings without judgment. A therapist can also teach us coping mechanisms and strategies to better manage our anxiety. There are many different types of therapy available, so it's important to find one that is right for you. Some common types of therapy used to treat anxiety include cognitive behavioral therapy and exposure therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps us to identify and change negative thought patterns that contribute to anxiety. Exposure therapy involves gradually exposing ourselves to the things that we fear in a safe environment. Anxiety is a normal part of life, but when it becomes excessive and starts to interfere with your daily life, it's important to take action by understanding anxiety, identifying your triggers, developing healthy coping mechanisms. Practicing mindfulness and meditation and seeking professional help when needed, you can learn to manage your anxiety and live a full and happy life. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Reach out to your loved ones and mental health professionals for support and guidance. With the right tools and support, you can overcome anxiety and achieve your goals. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Please share it with anyone who might benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content. Thanks for watching.